So what do? You've got a city that's ugly and it needs some Bob Ross style loving. Then you send it to me and I'm going to make it look beautiful. Let's dive in. So we are going to take this city of Spring Valley sent in by benjabe and we are going to beautify it. It's not a bad city, you know, the traffic is at 84%. Yes, they do have despawning on, but you know, you don't all have to play it the way that I play it. That's fine. And you've got, you know, nice road connections over here. You do have the highway running through the middle, but road connections over the top, always good to have those. You've got your roundabout set up. Things are humming along nicely. You do like your grid pattern, as I can see over here, but as I said, that's fine. If that is the way you wish to play, then that is okay. So first of all, let's have a look at this island that's down here on what we're going to call the south end of the city. And you've got the highway going through here, and you've got lots of green space that's just left empty in the middle here. Nothing's done with it because you've got a lot of industry over here. Backing straight onto houses and all that sort of thing. So really you want to try and sort of separate this out a bit. You've got some nice built up buildings in the middle here. Certainly we are going to help the people going over this road not to, there we go, get a complete headache as they go, look at this. Install the Move It mod if you haven't. Whoa, he's flying through the air. He made it. Install the Move It mod if you haven't got it already. That will really help you sort out some little things like this. Come on, let's straighten that up. There we go. That's not too bad. Oh, grief, you've done it on all of these down here. So what we're going to start off with is, whoa, the Dukes of Hazzard. We're going to start off with some trees. That is always something you can add in that helps an area look nicer. So let me just do something with that. There we go, nothing too complicated to start off with, but I just selected 3 or 4 different trees that go together and just let the tree brush pop those in, and it just suddenly makes this area look like it's cared for through the middle here. We've got these nice trees going in, and that is just something that you can apply to any area. If you just want to make it look like it's been cared for, just add a little bit of an extra touch, add a few trees in. So we could do the same down this piece of the road here. So rather than put the trees down in the vanilla style like I normally would, I'm going to use the Forest Brush mod, and you can download this from the Steam Workshop, and you can set up a brush that includes all of the trees that you want in one stamp, so in one brush. So let me find the trees that I used before. There you go, and with all those trees selected, I can name my brush. So this is for episode 65, so I'm going to save it like that. And then we can set up the size of the brush, we can set up the strength of the brush, and that will place all of those different trees. Also, you can pick these different sort of shapes and things like that. And there we go, you can see all the different trees are being used in that brush. So if I just apply that along here, that will save doing the pass 2 or 3 times to add in all the different trees. Now, this is only the first step of making your city look beautiful. Let's just go along there, but it's a good start. There we go, to fill in some areas. Ah, there we go. But we're going to come back to this roundabout and we will do something different momentarily. Okay, so we said we'd come back to this roundabout here. Let's use this one as an example. And of course, you can set this up on any of your roundabouts. Let us first of all open up the tree brush mod. We're going to remove the trees that are in there. So I'm just going to take that down so it's a bit smaller. Right click. And that will just remove the trees from in there that I casually threw in earlier. There we go, a bit of a blank canvas to work in there. Now, what I've done is I've gone to the Steam Workshop and I've downloaded some props that work on your roundabout. So just search for the word roundabout and you will find all sorts of things that you can add. And I like these. These will actually add a little roundabout in with a road as well. Some of them will. Some of them will just add a nice little prop like this. Let's have a look. What have we got? Roundabout subway station. That's interesting. So I'm going to find 3 or 4 of these that we can use to beautify this little area here. Okay, and there you go. And that is what the roundabout looks like now. I haven't totally finished it off. I haven't added anything to these little triangle sections over here. I'll let you do that. And I've put a few different styles together just to maybe give you some ideas of what you can do. Hopefully you enjoyed that. You'll notice that the roundabout parts I put in here, I've covered up the roundabout signs there because technically these are made to go into the center of just one single roundabout. But I like the way you can use them in these parts as well. And suddenly this roundabout goes from being a boring grey load of roads and nothing else to being a nice green lived in and used area. Or just for a little bit of variety, how about using some of the rocks that are in the game for a rockery inspired intersection? Or how about just a whole load of truffle trees to fill up your roundabout? Yeah, why not? It's your city. Do what you like. Okay, so let's take an area like this with a fire raging down in the corner. I do spot them. I just normally tend to ignore them. It is just a complete mass of houses and nothing else. So how about we try and add something a little bit nice? And I've noticed you've got this sort of built up area in the middle here. What have you got? Yeah, some built up commercial zones. So how about we do something around this commercial zone? So I'm going to take this tool here and we are just going to remove all the houses. There we go. All the way around this area from one side to the other. And we're going to keep that empty. There we go. Excellent. Give those a couple of seconds and they will all disappear. Okay, so what could we do in here? Let us pause the game a moment and let's just let our imagination go wild. I'm going to delete some of these roads in the middle and I think we're going to make use of some water features because they are always good in a city. Let's delete that. I'm deleting all these little tiny roads. We'll put those back afterwards. We're going to use the landscaping tools and we're going to drop this down so we can fill this up with water. There we go. And because of your built-in roads, excellent. Let's do that nice and deep. Actually, that is that is very deep down there. Let's just level this out a little bit. There we go. That's the level that we're going to take. Look at those poor cars flying through the air. Are they going to make the jump? He made it. Fantastic. Just got to be careful if you've got any tunnels that are going anywhere, like that one there. It's not going to quite drop down as much, but that's okay. With the use of trees and flowers and rocks and all sorts of things, the tools in our arsenal will be able to make this look pretty. So we're going to add all of this all the way around, and the rows will have a nice boundary, which is good. Okay, there we go. Let us add in some water using the water tool. Some of these mods are the extra landscaping mods and things like that. You'll need to jump onto my Discord, which is linked below. So you'll be able to see. There we go. Let's just get this up to the right height. There we go. You'll be able to see what mods I am using. There we go, and hopefully if I've set that up all right, when I unpause the game, we'll get some water coming out but not flooding all over our city. Let's just unpause that and speed it up. We should be okay. Got a bit of flooding going on down here. Sorry, people. Oh, no. No. Ah. Don't know. Oh, look at all those people being washed away. Oh dear, they're off. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Oh, yeah, we're going to lose a few houses and things. I might have to just drop the height of this water. Oh, I put the water right over the... No, pause the game. Let maybe just do this one again. Right, once you've got the level at just the right height so it's not overflowing anywhere, you can then add your roads back in over the top. There we go. We've got all of our roads placed back in. We've got the water underneath. And wouldn't you say already this area is looking much, much better? I think it is looking absolutely brilliant. Having water in your city as well also increases the land value. Let's have a look over here. Around the water. So you normally would get this green boost around the coast, as you can see over here, but we of course have added a, in inverted commas, coast along the side of this water here, and that will increase the land value of these houses, which is very, very good. In fact, it is high around this water area. Fantastic. So what do you think of this area? Let me know in the comments below. Do you think it looks better with water or without water? And do you use water in your cities? I'd be interested to find out. I've just noticed there's a whole load of water over here that's happened to... it's sunk. All this little area here. I need to put some water pumping services in to get rid of all of this. Oh dear. Now, you never told me what DLCs or things you've used in this save, and there's no way for me to find out, but I'm going to assume that you've got the Park Life DLC, so we can add some parks into our city. And if you don't want to delete a whole area like this and add parks in, you can find little spots where there's little gaps that you think, do you know what, I could just add a small little city park in here. Let's take this little area that's right here by this train station. So we can just remove the buildings that you've got in here. Let's get rid of those just to give us a little bit of space to work in. We can also remove all of the trees as well. So if we do that and right click, that'll just remove all of those for us. Give us a nice blank area to work on. There we go. Got a few rocks and things in there. What's that? A recycling centre. Okay, we're going to move that somewhere else. Let's just pop that over here for now. Yeah, that'll do. Right, so we're going to pop a little park area in here. First of all, we're going to do our district. There we go, right up to the roads. Let's just do that again. Want to get a little bit closer. Excellent, Chester Meadows. That's a lovely name. And then we're going to put our entrance and exit. We could have a nice big park gate here. Let's put that right opposite that road. Right there, right next to our train station, so we'll get lots of visitors. And we're also going to put a little side gate over there so people can walk from one side to the other. And I think I'm going to include this area here because it's a nice little tip that if you have a park where people are going to walk, they will use the path and they will pay money to get from one side to the other. So that will work really well. And there we go. There's our little park area. Just very quickly threw that together. And we can see people are using this already. If we put the price up really high, we're going to be making so much money just from people that want to cross from one side to the other. So if you can find lots of little spots in your city where you can do that, that is definitely a money spinner. If you're using mods, there we go. I think that has just upgraded 2 stars. So now we can add some extra things. That didn't take long, did it? So, for instance, where you've got roads like this, crossing your main highway going through here, if you're using mods, you can use Traffic Manager to stop people crossing and walking on here. And then you could put some paths, make this one big park in the middle, and then put walking paths over, charge some money, and you will be raking it in. So what do you think of this park beautification? Let me know in the comments below. Watch the next video in the series if you haven't already, and subscribe as well for some more Fix Your City, whether it be traffic, placing trees and beautifying roundabouts. I'm here to help you out. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.